Her name is Kristin Green. She's also known as the joyful minimalist, which is such a perfect way to describe you, Kristin. I know that your mission is to help families just like yours, just like mine, just to simplify our home routines, to reclaim our time, which you say is our most valuable commodity. And this is all driven by your faith. So stepping into the holidays, you are helping us get real intentional so that the overwhelm doesn't hit.
Start by decluttering before you deck the halls. Use this as an opportunity to create a family activity, to make space, let go of some things, outgrown clothes, unused toys, and create space in your home. Number 2, coffee date with yourself and a little planning. Saying yes to the things that align and the things that matter, and no to the rest. And lastly, experiences over things. If you can have conversations with well-meaning family and friends of what that might look like for the kids in gifting, time is our most precious resource. When we can gift experiences or consumables and be more intentional, those things go so much further than things.
How many years have you been putting this in place for your family, and what difference has it made?
I'm far from perfect, but have been doing this for over a decade, even before kids. And it's just created a lot less mental overwhelm for myself. When we can be proactive in dealing with clutter, meaning having conversations, helping others understand our values, and still allowing them to maybe gift, it just is so much, it's so much easier in the long run.
Some of the reason you're so intentional about this is because of your faith. Tell me how having a more simplistic, structured, intentional Christmas helps you feel closer to the Lord.
I think the Lord has really put on my heart this verse in Psalm. I think it's Psalm 90:12, and he says, Teach me, O Lord, to number my days so that I may gain a heart of wisdom." And when we're bombarded with so many things, we live in this TikTok culture, everything is demanding our attention, not including our families, work, the priorities that matter. It can feel really heavy, and oftentimes my priorities can be inordinate. So he has really just placed this heavy on my heart of like, okay, Lord, help me to be present. Help me to focus on the good things that you have given me and not be distracted by the rest.
It seems like either it really is becoming more consumery every year, or maybe I'm just kind of awakening up to it. What would you say about going in the opposite direction of consuming things? How do we end up finding more peace?
Yeah, I think to be human is to consume, right? I'm not saying like, okay, don't buy anything. I'm always about like realistic minimalism, and what that looks like is being more intentional and thoughtful of how we gift, how we consume, things that are in alignment with our values, whether that be supporting a local business, shopping small, things that you might actually need. That's totally great. What becomes problematic and what can feel like it's just always in our face with the marketing is when we're like tempted to buy things that maybe we don't even need this, right? And so I think when we can be proactive in putting together a strategy of like, what are things our family enjoys? What are things that we need? What type of companies, brands, how can we support local? When we're adding the layer of intention with strategy and values, I think that's great.
You mentioned being able to say no to things that don't fit that vision that you have for your family and the holidays. That's hard for a lot of us that like to people please. That's hard for family dynamics. Can you give us a way that you graciously say no?
I think if you can outline the top things that your family does, whether that's tradition. So for instance, that always look like the Pike's Place Market on Christmas Eve, gingerbread house competition with our neighbors, cookie decorating and watching Elf, and naming the top things that we do as a family, and then the rest is extra. That's where it becomes less of this trying to keep up and this frenetic energy, and more like just more strategized and feeling like you do have the space to have margin because you've named what the priority is.
I love it, Kristin. Thank you so much for helping us all step in with some more intentionality so that, Joy to the World isn't just a song, but it's actually, peace isn't elusive this year. It's actually something we can hold.
I love that. Thank you so much, Sarah.